Have you ever felt a gentle presence inside you? Something so real yet invisible, quietly guiding your steps, calming your fears, and lifting your spirit when life feels heavy? Maybe you've experienced a sudden peace in the middle of chaos, or a voice inside that nudges you to do what's right, even when it's hard. That feeling, that quiet strength, might be the Holy Spirit moving within you. But how do you really know if the Holy Spirit is in your life? It's a question many have asked, yet the answer isn't always loud or clear. It's subtle, deeply personal, and it touches your soul in ways words often fail to capture. Imagine for a moment that there is a power inside you, one that doesn't depend on your strength or your circumstances, a presence that is steady, unchanging, and filled with love. This presence doesn't shout or demand. It whispers softly, with patience and kindness. It never forces, but invites you to walk alongside it. That is the essence of the Holy Spirit, an unseen companion who walks with you through every moment of your life, especially when you feel lost or broken. And knowing this is true can change everything. Life is full of noise, endless distractions, doubts, and fears. In such a world, recognizing something as quiet and gentle as the Holy Spirit can feel impossible. But deep down, every human being is wired to seek connection beyond what the eyes can see. Psychology tells us that this search for meaning is part of our very nature. When we feel empty or overwhelmed, our minds long for a source of hope, strength, and guidance. The Holy Spirit is that source. It fills the void in our hearts with purpose and peace. It's like a light inside us, faint at times but always there, waiting to shine brighter. To truly know if the Holy Spirit is in your life, you must first learn to listen, not just with your ears but with your heart. This is not about hearing loud voices or seeing miracles every day. It's about sensing the still small voice that calls you to be better, to love deeper, and to live with courage. It's about feeling a calm that doesn't make sense in the middle of a storm. That calm, that peace, is one of the greatest signs of the Spirit's presence. It doesn't erase problems, but it gives you the strength to face them with hope instead of despair. There is a science behind this too. When your mind feels calm and hopeful, your brain releases chemicals that help you think clearly, handle stress, and make wise decisions. This is no coincidence. The presence of the Holy Spirit within you changes your entire internal world. You become more resilient. You begin to notice your thoughts and feelings shifting. You find yourself drawn toward kindness, patience, and love instead of anger or fear. These are not just good habits, they are signs of something much deeper growing inside. But what if you are still unsure? What if you want to feel that presence more clearly? The journey to recognize the Holy Spirit is also a journey of opening your heart. It means quieting your mind enough to hear the subtle nudges and to trust that you are not alone. It means learning to surrender control, even when life feels uncertain. And here's the beautiful part. The more you invite this presence, the stronger it becomes. It's like a seed planted deep within your soul, waiting for you to nurture it with faith and openness. By staying with this video, you will discover the key signs that show the Holy Spirit is alive in your life. You will learn to recognize the inner changes that others may not see, but that transform your life from the inside out. This understanding will empower you to live with more confidence, peace, and love than ever before. So keep your heart open and your mind ready, because what you are about to uncover will inspire you to believe in the unseen power that is already at work within you. There is a deep hunger in every soul to know it is not alone, to know it is guided by a force greater than itself. This is not wishful thinking. It is the human spirit responding to a divine invitation. When you begin to sense the Holy Spirit in your life, you tap into a source of wisdom and strength that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. This presence is steady, faithful, and full of grace. It reminds you that no matter what happens, you are cared for, you are valued, and you are destined for something greater. Now is the time to pause and listen, to pay attention to the small but powerful moments when you feel hope rising in your heart or courage breaking through your doubts. These moments are whispers from the Holy Spirit, encouraging you to keep moving forward. When you recognize these signs, you will know you are not walking this path alone. There is a light inside you that darkness cannot overcome. There is a peace inside you that the world cannot take away. As you move forward, remember this: knowing the Holy Spirit is in your life is not about perfect faith or having all the answers. It's about a relationship, a daily connection with a presence that loves you exactly as you are while inviting you to become more. It's about trusting the unseen and believing that even in your weakest moments you are supported and strengthened. This is the kind of power that transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary journeys. So stay with this feeling. Let it grow. Let it guide you through every challenge and every joy. Because within you lies a divine spark, a source of endless hope and love, the Holy Spirit. And once you learn to recognize it, your life will never be the same again. Every person carries a deep desire to find meaning in life. We look for something that gives us purpose beyond daily routines, beyond the struggles and victories we face. This search is not random. It's built into who we are. The mind and heart work together, quietly pushing us to connect with something greater than ourselves. That something is often called the Holy Spirit, a presence that fills the soul with hope and direction. When life feels empty or confusing, this desire becomes louder. It pushes us to ask questions that go beyond facts or logic. It is the soul's way of reaching out for comfort, guidance, and peace. The Holy Spirit meets that need, but it doesn't come as a dramatic event or loud voice. Instead, it arrives like a steady light in the darkness, a light that helps you see yourself clearly and gently guides your next steps. Psychology shows that feeling connected to something beyond yourself creates strength and calm inside. When you believe there is a loving force with you, your brain releases chemicals that reduce stress and open your mind to better choices. This isn't magic. It is the natural way your body and spirit work together. The Holy Spirit acts like a source of inner peace that calms fears and lifts your courage. This presence also invites you to listen, to be still long enough to notice the small signs and quiet nudges within your heart. These moments are easy to miss because the world around us is loud and fast. But if you practice paying attention, you begin to hear a soft voice urging you toward kindness, patience, and love. It is a voice that helps you grow, not by force, but by gentle encouragement. Your heart begins to change. You start to see life differently. What once felt impossible begins to feel possible. This is the subtle but powerful work of the Holy Spirit, shaping your thoughts and feelings from the inside out. It invites you to become more than you ever imagined, and to live with a courage that comes not from yourself, but from a presence that never leaves you. The presence of the Holy Spirit often reveals itself through a deep and lasting peace that feels unexplainable. This peace is not just the absence of trouble or conflict, but something far greater, a calm that stays steady even when life is stormy. It is a peace that doesn't depend on circumstances or external comfort. When the Holy Spirit is in your life, you begin to experience a stillness inside, a quiet confidence that everything will be okay, even when nothing around you seems certain. This kind of peace touches the core of your being. It settles fears that once felt overwhelming. It quiets the restless thoughts that keep your mind spinning at night. When you feel this peace, it's as if a weight has been lifted off your shoulders, and you can breathe freely for the first time in a long while. This feeling isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. It comes from knowing that you are held, guided, and loved beyond what you can see. It's important to understand that this peace doesn't mean problems disappear. Life will still bring challenges, difficulties, and moments of doubt, but the difference is how you face those moments. With the Holy Spirit's presence, you meet hardships with a sense of hope and strength that surprises even yourself. You find a new kind of courage, the courage to keep going when giving up feels easier. This peace also helps you stay grounded. It stops you from being swept away by fear, anger, or worry. Instead, you can pause, reflect, and respond with wisdom rather than reacting in panic. This is a sign that the Holy Spirit is not only with you, but working within you to bring balance and clarity. When you notice this peace growing in your heart, it's a clear sign that the Holy Spirit is active in your life. It is a gift that changes how you experience the world. It transforms fear into faith, confusion into clarity, and doubt into certainty. This peace becomes the foundation upon which you build your strength, your hope, and your future. When the Holy Spirit is alive within you, you begin to notice a shift in what matters most. Your desires and priorities start to change without you even forcing it. Things that once seemed important, like approval from others, chasing temporary pleasures, or holding on to past hurts, begin to lose their grip. Instead, you find yourself longing for deeper connection, honesty, and a life that feels meaningful beyond surface success. This shift happens naturally because the Holy Spirit influences your heart. It awakens within you a hunger for growth and for living in a way that reflects truth and love. You become more aware of your actions and how they affect others. You want to be kinder, more patient, and more forgiving. This isn't about being perfect. It's about wanting to improve because something inside is calling you toward a higher way of living. Your priorities realign, often without you noticing at first. What once drained your energy now feels less important. Instead, you find joy in helping others, in moments of quiet reflection, or in standing firm when faced with temptation. The Holy Spirit stirs a new set of values inside you, values that guide your decisions and shape your character. This inner change also gives you clarity about your purpose. You begin to see your life not just as a series of random events, but as part of a bigger story. The Holy Spirit connects you to that story, showing you that your life has meaning and that your struggles are stepping stones to something greater. This sense of purpose fuels your motivation and helps you stay focused even when the path ahead is unclear. Feeling this shift is a sign that the Holy Spirit is at work. It's the quiet transformation that happens deep inside, leading you toward a life of peace, love, and strength. When your desires and priorities begin to change like this, it means you are growing in the Spirit, becoming more of who you were created to be. When life throws its toughest challenges your way, you might wonder how you find the strength to keep moving forward. That strength, the kind that surprises even you, often comes from the Holy Spirit working quietly within. It's not about relying on your own willpower or pretending to be fearless. Instead, it is a deep, steady power that rises up when everything else seems to fail. The Holy Spirit gives you courage when fear threatens to hold you back. It fills you with hope when despair tries to take over. This strength isn't always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's just the small voice inside telling you to try one more time, to take one more step, or to forgive when it feels impossible. It's the power that keeps you going when your own reserves run dry. Psychology shows us that people who believe they are supported by a loving presence inside themselves face hardship better. Their brains respond differently to stress, and they are more likely to stay calm, think clearly, and find solutions. This inner strength becomes a source of resilience, a kind of emotional armor that protects you from being broken by pain or difficulty. You might notice that during hard times, instead of giving in to hopelessness or anger, you find moments of peace and clarity. This is the Holy Spirit at work. It helps you see beyond the immediate struggle to a bigger picture, a deeper meaning that brings purpose even in suffering. That perspective changes how you experience pain. It doesn't remove the pain, but it makes you stronger in facing it. This strength also helps you stand firm in your values when the world pressures you to give up or conform. It empowers you to do what is right even when it's hard, unpopular, or risky. The Holy Spirit gives you the courage to be true to yourself and to the path you believe in. When you feel this kind of strength rising inside, know it is a powerful sign that the Holy Spirit is guiding you. It's the quiet power that transforms weakness into courage, fear into hope, and struggle into growth. This strength becomes your anchor in every storm. One of the most powerful ways the Holy Spirit works in your life is through conviction, a gentle but firm call to grow and become better. This conviction isn't about making you feel guilty or ashamed. It is a loving invitation to see where change is needed so you can move closer to your true self. It acts like an inner compass, pointing you toward choices that build your character and lead to freedom. Unlike harsh judgment, this conviction is kind. It doesn't crush your spirit, but lifts it. It encourages you to face your mistakes honestly, not to punish yourself, but to learn and improve. This inner voice helps you recognize when habits, thoughts, or attitudes are holding you back from the life you were meant to live. It shines a light on what needs healing and offers the strength to make those changes. This process of conviction and growth is deeply motivational. It taps into your desire to become more loving, more patient, more courageous. It challenges you to step out of comfort zones and to embrace the sometimes difficult work of self-improvement. But with the Holy Spirit guiding you, this challenge feels like a gift, not a burden. It reminds you that growth is possible and that you are never alone in the process. Psychology teaches us that when people experience this kind of positive conviction, they are more likely to build lasting habits that support their well-being and happiness. They develop resilience because they see mistakes not as failures, but as opportunities to learn and grow. The Holy Spirit's conviction works in the same way, transforming your setbacks into steps forward. When you notice yourself feeling gently urged to change, to forgive, to be kinder, or to let go of something harmful, this is the Holy Spirit at work. It's the inner guide helping you become the best version of yourself, stronger, wiser, and more full of love. This kind of conviction brings freedom, not chains. It is the key to living a life that is not only successful on the outside, but deeply fulfilled within. When the Holy Spirit fills your life, love begins to take root in a deeper, more powerful way. This love is not the kind based on conditions or expectations. It is a love that transforms your heart and expands your capacity to care, not only for yourself, but for others around you. It grows quietly but surely, changing how you see the world and the people in it. This love teaches you to be patient when others make mistakes, to forgive when you are hurt, and to give even when it feels difficult. It softens the hardness that life's challenges can create inside us. Instead of reacting with anger or bitterness, you begin to respond with compassion and understanding. This kind of love doesn't depend on feelings alone. It is a choice and a strength that rises from the Spirit within you. Psychology shows that love like this improves not just your relationships, but also your mental and emotional health. When you love deeply, your brain releases chemicals that help you feel connected and happy. You become less anxious and more resilient. This love becomes a source of joy even when external circumstances are tough. The Holy Spirit's love also empowers you to love yourself in a healthier way. It helps you see your worth beyond mistakes and failures. This self-love is not selfishness, but the foundation for genuine kindness toward others. When you accept yourself fully, you can extend that acceptance to those around you, creating deeper and more meaningful connections. As this love grows, it changes your daily life. Small acts of kindness become natural. Patience replaces frustration. You find joy in giving without expecting anything in return. This is the fruit of the Spirit, working quietly inside you, shaping you into a person who loves with depth and grace. When you feel this growing love in your heart, it is a clear sign that the Holy Spirit is alive and active within you. This love is a powerful force that can heal wounds, mend broken relationships, and bring light to dark places. It reminds you that love is the greatest strength you can carry, and it starts from within. As the Holy Spirit grows stronger in your life, you will begin to notice certain qualities naturally emerging, qualities often called the fruits of the Spirit. These are not traits you force yourself to develop, but gifts that blossom from within. Joy replaces sorrow, kindness softens your words, patience strengthens your endurance, and self-control guides your decisions. These fruits are signs that the Spirit is alive and moving deeply inside you. You don't have to struggle to create these qualities on your own. They come as a natural result of the Spirit's presence. When your heart is open, these fruits begin to shape your character quietly but powerfully. Joy is no longer tied to what happens around you. It becomes an inner celebration of life itself. Kindness flows even when it feels easier to be harsh. Patience grows when waiting feels unbearable. Self-control helps you resist temptations that once ruled your choices. Psychology confirms what many have experienced. Developing these positive traits leads to better mental health, stronger relationships, and greater satisfaction in life. When joy and kindness fill your heart, stress and anger lose their hold. Patience and self-control give you the ability to respond calmly in tough situations. These qualities become your shield against negativity and despair. This transformation also impacts how others see you. People begin to notice a calm strength in your presence, a kindness that draws them in. You become a source of comfort and hope, even without saying a word. This is the power of the Holy Spirit working through you, changing you from the inside out, and making your life a living example of peace and love. When you see these qualities growing in your daily life, it is a clear indication that the Holy Spirit is guiding you. These fruits are proof that you are on a path of true growth and spiritual strength. They remind you that transformation is possible, and that a deeper, more joyful life is within your reach. This is the work of the Spirit, quiet, powerful, and life-changing. As the Holy Spirit works deeply within you, your ability to sense guidance becomes sharper. You begin to trust your intuition more, that inner knowing that points you in the right direction even when logic falls short. This intuition is more than just a feeling. It is the Spirit's quiet voice leading you toward choices that bring peace and fulfillment. This guidance often comes through subtle signs and feelings. You may find yourself drawn toward certain decisions without fully understanding why. A sudden clarity might break through confusion, or in moments of uncertainty, you feel a calm assurance that you are on the right path. This is the Holy Spirit directing you, helping you navigate life's complexities with wisdom beyond your own. Psychology teaches us that trusting our intuition improves decision-making and reduces stress. When you listen to this inner guidance, your brain aligns with your true values, making choices that feel authentic and right. This reduces regret and second-guessing, allowing you to move forward with confidence. The Spirit's guidance is not about forcing outcomes or removing challenges. It is about helping you respond wisely, balancing reason with deeper insight. This means you don't have to have all the answers up front. You learn to trust the process, knowing that the Spirit is gently steering you even when the road looks unclear. When you notice this sense of guidance growing, it's a sign that the Holy Spirit is actively involved in your life. It shows that you are connected to a source of wisdom greater than yourself. This connection brings peace amid uncertainty and courage when choices feel difficult. This kind of guidance transforms how you face life's twists and turns. It makes the journey less overwhelming because you know you're not alone. There is a steady hand leading you, even when the path ahead is hidden. This is the power of the Holy Spirit, quiet, sure, and always present, helping you walk with confidence toward your true destiny. One of the most comforting realities of having the Holy Spirit in your life is the deep and unshakable feeling that you are never truly alone. Even in the loneliest moments, when it seems like no one understands or cares, there is a presence walking beside you. This presence is constant and faithful, offering companionship and strength without condition. This sense of never being alone brings a profound comfort that calms the mind and soothes the heart. It reminds you that no matter how dark the night feels, there is a light beside you, steady and sure. This presence is not distant or detached. It is intimately connected to your very being. It knows your struggles, your hopes, your fears, and your dreams. It cares deeply and moves with you through every step of your journey. Psychology supports the powerful impact of feeling connected and supported. People who sense they are not alone tend to have better mental health, show greater resilience, and recover more quickly from stress and trauma. This connection provides a source of inner security that helps you face life's challenges with greater calm and confidence. Knowing you are never alone also changes how you view difficult moments. Instead of feeling abandoned or overwhelmed, you feel supported and held. This awareness gives you courage to face fears and make hard decisions because you trust there is a loving presence backing you up. It becomes easier to keep moving forward, even when the road is tough. When you feel this constant companionship, it is a clear sign that the Holy Spirit is alive and active in your life. It is a powerful gift that brings peace, courage, and hope. This presence reminds you that you belong, you are valued, and you are deeply loved. No matter what happens, you have a faithful friend who will never leave your side. The Holy Spirit often reveals itself in the small, everyday moments. Moments that might seem ordinary but carry extraordinary meaning when you learn to recognize them. It could be a sudden feeling of gratitude in the middle of a busy day, a quiet sense of calm when stress tries to take over, or an unexpected insight that helps you solve a problem. These small signs are gentle reminders that you are not alone and that the Spirit is present in your life. These moments don't always shout for attention. They whisper softly, encouraging you to pause, reflect, and appreciate the unseen guidance surrounding you. The Holy Spirit shows up in the silence between thoughts, in the smile of a stranger, or in the warmth you feel when you choose kindness over anger. These simple experiences build a sense of connection that deepens your faith and strengthens your heart. Psychology explains how noticing these small positive moments can improve your overall well-being. When you focus on gratitude, peace, and insight, your brain releases chemicals that boost happiness and reduce anxiety. This creates a positive cycle where you become more aware of the Spirit's presence, which in turn brings more peace and clarity. Recognizing these small signs takes practice. It means slowing down enough to listen to your inner voice and to see the world with a heart open to wonder. When you begin to notice these moments regularly, it becomes clear that the Holy Spirit is not distant or silent. It is actively working in your life, offering comfort, guidance, and hope in ways both big and small. These everyday experiences build your confidence that the Spirit is real and near. They remind you that even when life feels overwhelming, there is a quiet power within you, moving, guiding, and loving you every step of the way. This awareness transforms ordinary days into sacred opportunities for growth and peace. Opening your heart to the presence of the Holy Spirit is one of the most courageous and rewarding steps you can take. It means choosing to be vulnerable, to quiet the noise inside and around you, and to invite something greater into your life. This invitation is a personal journey unique to you, but it carries the promise of transformation and deep peace. To open your heart is to make space for stillness in a world that is often loud and chaotic. It requires patience and trust. Trust that the unseen presence you are inviting will meet you where you are, without judgment or conditions. This openness allows you to hear the gentle whispers of the Spirit, guiding you toward healing, strength, and love. Psychology shows that being open to such inner experiences strengthens your emotional resilience and helps you manage stress more effectively. When you practice openness, you become more aware of your feelings and thoughts, and you create room for healing and growth. This mental and emotional space is where the Holy Spirit can work most powerfully. Inviting the Spirit into your life also means letting go of control. It's about surrendering the need to have all the answers and trusting that you are being led step by step. This surrender is not weakness, it is a powerful act of faith that frees you from the burden of carrying everything alone. It opens you to receive strength, wisdom, and peace beyond what you could generate on your own. As you open your heart and stay receptive, you'll notice subtle changes, a growing sense of hope, a softening of fears, and a quiet confidence in your path. This is the Spirit moving gently within you, shaping your life in ways you may not always see but can deeply feel. Opening your heart is an invitation to a new way of living, one marked by connection, courage, and grace. It is the doorway to a deeper relationship with the presence that loves you unconditionally and desires your fullest life. When you choose to open your heart, you step into a journey of transformation that will forever change how you experience yourself and the world around you. Believe in the quiet power that already lives inside you. The Holy Spirit is not distant or unreachable. It is within you, ready to guide, strengthen, and transform your life. This presence is the unseen force that moves you forward when your own energy runs low. It is the calm in your storm, the light in your darkness, and the hope when you feel like giving up. Trusting this presence is the first step toward living a life filled with courage and peace. It asks you to believe not only in what you see, but in what you feel deep down. A sense that you are supported by something greater than yourself. This belief changes how you face every day. It fills you with confidence that no matter the struggles, you have an unshakable strength inside. Feeling the Holy Spirit within means you are never truly alone. It is a source of power that cannot be taken away by circumstances or people. It lifts you when you are low, comforts you when you are hurting, and inspires you to rise above fear and doubt. This is the kind of power that transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary journeys. Living with the Holy Spirit in your life is an invitation to experience more joy, love, and peace than you ever thought possible. It opens your heart to possibilities beyond your current struggles and invites you to walk a path of hope and purpose. This presence does not promise a life without challenges, but it promises strength to face them. So believe it deeply. Feel it in your heart. Live with the assurance that the Holy Spirit is within you, guiding, empowering, and loving you every step of the way. This belief is not just faith. It is the foundation of a life transformed by the quiet power that dwells inside. Let this truth settle in you and watch how your life begins to change from the inside out. When you begin to recognize the Holy Spirit in your life, you realize that transformation is not just about what happens around you. It starts from within. This inner change affects every part of who you are. Your thoughts, your feelings, your reactions all begin to shift in ways that bring freedom and peace. The Holy Spirit helps you break free from old patterns that no longer serve you. It lifts you out of fear, doubt, and frustration, guiding you toward a new way of being. You start to see yourself through a lens of grace and possibility rather than limitation or failure. This change isn't always easy, but it is powerful. It moves you step by step toward becoming the person you were meant to be. This transformation also changes how you relate to others. You become more compassionate, more understanding, and more patient. The Holy Spirit softens your heart and helps you forgive, even when it's difficult. It reminds you that everyone is on their own journey, and kindness is often the greatest gift you can offer. Psychology shows that this kind of personal growth leads to greater happiness and healthier relationships. When you allow yourself to be changed from the inside out, you create a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. You stop trying to control everything and begin to trust the process of growth. As you continue to walk with the Holy Spirit, you will notice that you handle challenges differently. Instead of reacting with fear or anger, you respond with calm and wisdom. This is because the Spirit gives you strength beyond your own. It helps you face life's uncertainties with confidence and hope. The presence of the Holy Spirit is a source of constant renewal. It invites you to keep growing, to keep healing, and to keep moving forward. This transformation is a lifelong journey, but one filled with purpose, peace, and deep joy. It is the work of the Spirit making your life a true reflection of love and strength.